to another video. Today's just going to be a short video. I'm going to go over some plans I've got for the workshop, some major repairs that need doing, and hopefully some modifications. So I'll give you a closer look. So the workshop is actually in a bit of a mess at the moment. I've got to have a serious tidy up, a bit of a streamline, especially in this area here. But we'll come back to this in a little bit, because as you can see the floor is a lot lower here, but we'll come back to that in a sec. But the main thing here is this roof. As you can see, I've got quite a bad leak. I've tried to budge it up with some expanding foam, injected it into there, but I think what I'm going to have to do is actually rip all this wood off and repair it from the inside, because I can't actually get onto the outside because it's all basically just covered in ivy. So I'll have to cut all that off and take all the slates off, etc., which is going to be a ridiculously massive job. So I think this way is going to be the easiest way. So I'm going to actually remove this wooden panelling. I've got some wood already. I'm going to take all the foam out. I'm going to put a plastic liner or a pond liner inside there, strengthen it up with some new batons, just going down that way. Got some timber for that, and then I'm going to put some insulation and some new wood, and hopefully that should stop the leak. Because if I don't know if you remember, this Hulk foot from Tokyo Drift, that used to be up here. I'll put it over here because that side was leaking, but I've bodged this side up here because this was doing the same thing. This is just temporary, so just ignore the mess of that. That's all coming off, and I'm going to put some more plywood to replace that. This is, I've done the similar sort of thing on this and it's stopped leaking now. I've got a slight leak here, so I've got to try and fix that. I think that's just running down, so we'll fix that at the same time. And of course it needs painting and decorating. These bits of timber here, these are all going to come off. I'm going to go further in with the actual timber, because I didn't actually do this roof. This was done by a previous tenant. So I'm going to try and improve it, put the wood right up to the wall, maybe put some, I don't know, some nice beading or architrave along there as well, just to round it off, make it look a bit more neat, and paint all that up white. Behind, see the guitar case is actually all covered in plastic because it has been leaking when it's been raining. There's a hollow behind here, so I'm going to board all that off as well, fill all that. But what I'd like to do eventually is put some batons up on all along the wall, insulate it, and put some plywood on the actual walls to make like a false wall. I know that probably lose me I don't know, 6 inches of the actual space of the room, but I think that might be a better option by doing that and just insulating the entire wall then. So what I'm going to do with this corner here is, I don't know if you can see down there, there's the hole in the concrete, and the cement is all crumbling there, breaking away. It's because this was a separate room on this side of the actual workshop. This was actually the toilet, where this side was the actual washroom. I don't know if you remember on a previous video, I had the sink in there, which I removed to give me a bit more space. So what I want to do is actually level this out with some cement, repair it all, make it look a lot nicer and a lot safer, and fill some holes in, because I do get mice in here occasionally through the little holes here, so I want to block all them up, stop them getting in. And then I want to put my compressor probably where this shelf unit is. So this shelf unit is either going to go in the garage or in the metal shed, so I can store parts on it, etc. It all needs sorting out. This is just an absolute mess. It looks awful. Because I'm going to put my little compressor. I've got two compressors. I've got my smaller one, which is my original one, which I'm going to use for airbrushing. So that's just going to be in here, probably in a soundproof box or something like that. So I can run some air lines through along the wall, so I can do my airbrushing on my bench here. Because this bench has worked out quite well. It's 20 quid to actually make it. Some bits of timber. It's been ideal. I do abuse it a little bit. And this unit here, I just bodged up out some old bits and pieces I had left over, but I want to make that look a little bit nicer. I could even actually put that up there, couldn't I? Because this is modular, so I could actually take that apart and put that up there. That'd be nice. Yeah, that's an idea then. And then also I've got a couple of cupboard doors there, which are some old cupboard units that we had in an old unit that we took apart in the house. So I'm going to make an actual cupboard for those, put that up with the mirrors just there, paint them white, and store all my aerosols and all my paints out the way in there, just to get them off the floor and out the toolbox. So I keep them in the metal toolbox, most of the paints. And I basically just like to keep on some of my power tools and things in there. I've also got another cupboard there which is just full of junk. So all that's got to be emptied out, put into plastic crates and put into the metal storage shed next door. Got all my saws and things like that in that little rack there. So I want to tidy all that out and put them away. So it's a lot neater. Just want to streamline it as much as I can really. A lot of the car parts and electrical bits in there was the little tray things there. They're not too bad, but I just want to hide them away a little bit. But I think that might be an idea, moving that metal unit there and put it on there. So that might be quite an option. Again, I've got to strengthen this wall up here and this ceiling, but it doesn't actually leak this side, just where it's been bodged up. It's not very nice, not very neat. So I'm going to have to sweep around, get rid of some of these spiders and tidy it up a little bit. But one of my first jobs is I'm going to replace these two strip lights. They're not too bad, just not fantastic light for them, but I did buy, you may see this in the background, buy a couple of these LED strip lights from Amazon. I think they were £15 plus postage for two. They're not on Prime for some reason, but it doesn't matter. I think for two lights under 20 quid is pretty good. I think they're supposed to be 3000 lumens, but we shall see. Basically I'll put them in the same way I've got there, just on a 240 socket. So I'll do them the same way before I wire them into the actual main light, which doesn't actually work. I think the bulb's gone on that. I'm going to work a little bit, getting a bit of flashing because the starter's not working. Turn that off. So that's going to be my first job, I think, and then the roof. And then a good lick of paint, streamline it a bit, get rid of some of the old crap, and just, you know, make a nicer working environment. And like I said, I think insulating the walls would make a massive difference. Probably make it a lot warmer and less damp in here as well, even if I just do the main back wall and this wall and this wall and this, because this wall will be a pain in the arse to do, I think. But up here, where I've got that wing there, that's all a hollow, so I could actually fill that in somehow. And then you've got the old door there, which was the door to the toilet. And you can see that through there. So that's the main plan, and then after that I'm going to get some lino, I think, some nice clean lino, probably some black and white check. You see there where the actual floor dips down, that's actually brick under there, so I might even try and level that off. Yeah, so it's not actually too bad. It's a nice working space, it's just not as neat and tidy as I want it to be, so a little bit of streamline, a little bit of tidying up. Bit more light in here. I'm tempted to keep these lights and just move them further down and then put the LED ones there, so it gives me a bit more light in here. The more light the better really, but we shall see. I could even put that one just here so it's above the actual work area, give me a nice bit of light, but we'll figure that out. I'll probably do that in another video. So that's basically it for this video. It's just a short one showing you what I do at the workshop and my plans, tidying up, and basically waterproofing is going to be the main thing. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.